Welcome to another Classics But Not Masterpieces episode, and this time we are featuring the groundbreaking album In a Silent Way by Miles Davis. Here we cover how this album could have even been greater even though it's a classic. It's 1969 and Miles Davis is changing his music again as he would do 4 or 5 times. In a Silent Way is a jazz fusion album that features Miles on trumpet, Wayne Shorter on saxophone, Chick Corea, Herbie Hancock, and Joe Zawinul on keyboards and electric piano, John McLaughlin on guitar, and Dave Holland on bass. Also, this would be the last studio record that drummer Tony Williams would play on a Miles Davis album. So with exception to bassist Ron Carter, Miles keeps most of his quintet while adding more European jazz players to this project. In the Silent Way is one of Miles Davis's early fusion albums. It starts off with the spiritual chords on Shh/Peaceful. Then on the next track, they combine the title track In a Silent Way with It's About That Time. Personally, I would have separated this track into 2 separate tracks because they are 2 different tunes. Another error was repeating the track In a Silent Way on the end of the track when it was already played in the beginning. The album features a great deal of compositional contribution from keyboardist Joe Zawinul. Although the album is just around 38 minutes of music, what is desired is more with better structure. Taking in consideration that back in the day, music could only have 40 to 45 minutes on a vinyl, this is the most of this music that could be on a single album. 3 decades later, the In a Silent Way sessions came out in 2001, and this box set revealed more to what could have been. There are 3 tracks from those sessions that could have also been released: Ascent, Ghetto Walk, and Splashdown. These tracks were played by the same musicians during those sessions. Although these tracks wouldn't fit on a single album back then, perhaps Columbia Records could have released a double album with these 3 tracks to make this a complete masterpiece along with the needed editing. As far as the music goes, Miles leads the way once again with his trumpet in the midst of the company of young, talented musicians. Wayne Shorter takes the torch of the soprano sax from the recently departed Coltrane. This is John McLaughlin's debut with Miles before he is pulled away by Tony Williams, who later would play in much louder settings. Zawinul is the unsung hero in this because not only does he contribute his classic, but he too begins a musical partnership with Wayne Shorter that would lead into the coming decade. In a Silent Way still remains a historical classic along with the other musicians that would eventually make their mark in fusion as well. This is Flame Sky. See you on the next one.